Here's the Frenchman, the oncoming force in the middleweight division, Nassourdine Imavov. He had to look far and wide for people picking him to beat. Israel Adesanya did that. And now the fights keep on getting bigger.
They just keep getting bigger and bigger for Imavov, who is an amazing striker. He is showing tremendous confidence and belief that he can beat the best in the world. To go out there and knock out Adesanya, as he did, was really impressive. But you know that for Imavov to get where he wants, he's got to continue to show his ability to use all of his skills. And we have seen that time and time again. Big spot for Nassourdine Imavov.
Not a lot of glaring weaknesses on film. We'll see if his opponent can try to expose some here under the lights tonight. All right, so the path to UFC middleweight gold and glory continues to go through this man. And without speaking hyperbolically, I do believe this man looks like he could reign for some time.
You know, when you think about middleweight, you think about some great champions, Anderson Silva and Israel Adesanya. This man can be viewed in the same regard because he has ruled the top of the division for a really long time. He's ruled it with an iron fist. He is just so good in this role. He is everything you want in a UFC champion.
And he's fighting in his natural weight class. A lot of people wondered aloud if maybe he could become a two-division champion, go down to 70. He don't want to hear that noise. He's looking to pluck off another middleweight title challenger in yet another big spot here tonight. All right, with that, the wait ends here. Both fighters have graced the octagon, and we are raring to go from a sold-out Etihad Arena here in Abu Dhabi, UAE. Or tell the tape for this middleweight championship fight. All right, now for your main event introductions, the one, the only, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting a challenger, Nassourdine Imavov. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Chris Conor.
The veteran Herbert Dean, our referee for this one. All right, folks, here we go. Championship stakes as we get underway in round one. What a statement from him last time out. Successful defense, courtesy of a knockout. Obviously, the press and the media all paying attention. Now we'll see what he can produce for an encore. Well, if you're on social media at all, and I know you are at DC_MMA, it's tough to ignore this last-minute training regimen out of the red corner.
It's unbelievable, but I mean, he's feeling really good. He's in tremendous shape. He wants to work. At times, you got to settle the mind. He needs to settle his mind and realize that press is what's going to be important as he leads into one of the biggest fights of his career.
Carter's bleeding from the mouth now. A cut there on his lip. That doesn't look like fun. Both fighters throwing heat now. Well, he continues to press here in the early going. He prioritized getting off to a fast start. Mission accomplished.
I mean, the crowd hasn't even taken their seats yet. This man looks like he's ready to get out of there.
I'm not sure he knows where he is. He got absolutely loaded with the checklist.
He got excited, and he paid for it. He got hit with that nasty checklist.
Oh, man, he's on wobbly legs. Might be time for some desperation wrestling, champ.
Yeah, he's hurt very bad. He might need a level change to try to get a takedown.
Oh, that shot cut him.
Yeah, it did. You know, you don't expect it. Sometimes the cuts happen when you least expect it, and right now that's exactly what happened.
Oh! body with conviction. And back to his feet. Well, not sure if I should knock his fight IQ, but it seems like he's sort of playing around.
Yeah, the finish is there. And he needs to take his time to try and find it. Don't rush. Be patient. And in that patience, you'll find a punch or kick that will put your opponent out.
Well, perhaps it's a high fight IQ, perhaps it's obvious, but he is attacking that cut that is getting deeper by the minute.
And it seems like the right decision because you can see his opponent starting to paw at it. You can see it starting to take an effect. It's messing with him mentally. For him,
Oh, massive knee up top. And still, yes, he did it. The undisputed middleweight champion of the world.
unbelievable, John Anik. This guy is a superstar. And once again, he proves he is also the best in the world.
All right, to make this title fight official, here's Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called to stop this contest at 3 minutes, 31 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world.
On in the corner, congratulations. Well, champ, there's certainly easier guys to prepare for than the former undisputed UFC middleweight champion Sean Strickland, a guy who has repeatedly stepped up for the UFC. Tremendous boxing, a great defensive shell, a 5-round style, and another massive fight for the American tonight.
I love watching Sean Strickland fight. I love how smart he is defensively. I love how his hands are always in the right place. I love how Sean Strickland does not filter himself in regards to anything in this world. And I believe that thing that he carries lets him be the great fighter that he is today. It's that self-belief that allowed him to go into Australia and beat Israel Adesanya to become the champion.
Sean Strickland has graced the octagon, and as usual, he looks ready to go. All right, here he is, folks. You know who he is, the undisputed UFC middleweight champion. This man has run roughshod through one of the deepest divisions in the UFC, and he is showing no signs of slowing down.
He ain't slowing down, John. He loves the ability to call himself the champ. A smile is on his face every time somebody goes, "Hey, champ, how you doing?" The guy lives for it. He lives for the adulation. He lives for the applause. He lives for the ability to stay in the spotlight. He will fight to defend his title as if his life depended on it.
Huge training camp for him. He feels like he has leveled up in a lot of disciplines of mixed martial arts. And man, if he presents an even better version, scary proposition for the challenger. All right, with that, the wait ends here. Both fighters have graced the octagon, and we are raring to go from a sold-out Etihad Arena here in Abu Dhabi, UAE. All right, now our tale of the tape for this middleweight championship fight. All right, now for your main event introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Sean Strickland! And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, the reigning, defending UFC middleweight champion, Chris Conor!
Couple good walkouts.
Ready to fight. Ready. Do it.
All right, round one of the title fight is underway. Going to be hard to duplicate what he did his last time out, successfully defending the belt emphatically with a knockout. Everybody's paying attention now. The target's on his back. We'll see if he can remain the hunt.
What a setup. He lands a beautiful flying knee.
Oh, massive shot. Gets in early. Must have been a good warm-up in the back.
I mean, he walked right into that, John. It's a huge test, especially when it's this early in the fight. Even if he's hurt, he will still fight back.
All right, early round one action here. The game plan, of course, was to come out aggressively, but Strickland's bleeding from the mouth, Daniel. Looks as though there's a cut on his lip.
Oh.
Thankfully, he's a lot tougher than I am.
He's got to be careful. A few seconds ago, he got hit with a nasty punch.
Right. All right, there's that patented Sean Strickland shell. He's a hard man to hit.
Yeah, it's that Billy Shell. Left arm down, trying to deflect punches with his shoulders. It's a very tough thing to deal with in mixed martial arts. Such a crazy fight. Oh my goodness.
Gets back to his feet. All right, there it is again, that right cross of Sean Strickland becoming a real problem for his opponent.
I mean, it's one of his best weapons, and he's a very stingy with it. He doesn't just throw it for the sake of throwing it. He throws it when he knows he can make it count. Tonight, he's made it count.
Well, you must laud the durability on the other side, but at this point, you just got to press the issue, find the kill shot, get him out of there.
Yeah, he's got to pour it on. I mean, his opponent's been honestly, he has no... John. This guy is an absolute grinder, and he imposed himself on his opponent, and he keeps the UFC championship.
All right, to make this title fight official, here's Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 35 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Conor.
And still the king of the 185-pounders. There he is, the undisputed UFC middleweight champion after the knockout tonight in his title defense. And that's got to... All right, well, this man has been there before, and he certainly looks like it. The #1 middleweight contender back in a championship setting, and we've talked about this a lot, but he made himself undeniable with this run back to contention. Now he tries to wrest away the gold.
That's not easy, John. It's not easy to make your way back because you have been there before, and maybe it didn't work out for you, but to stay positive, to have that steel trap of a mind that allows you to rebuild yourself, makes you know when you do get back, you have a greater appreciation for the opportunity. Tonight he said he intends to finally cash in.
There are a lot of high-level guys at 185 pounds, a lot of contenders waiting in the wings. This challenger knows he has to maximize this opportunity in front of him tonight. All right, so the latest title defense arrives here and now for the UFC's undisputed middleweight champion. And prevailing wisdom is it's going to take a huge effort out of the challenger tonight to dethrone this dominant king.
Absolutely. You cannot beat this guy without being on your A game. And not even just your A game is going to get it done. You have got to overachieve in order to beat this guy. This guy is firmly entrenched as the best in the world. When you look at him, You know he's the best, from the way he carries himself, to the confidence, to the skill set. He's the champ, and he doesn't intend for that to change.
Seemed as though it was maybe a difficult weight cut, or more difficult than once prior, but he didn't want to hear any of that noise in advance of this latest middleweight championship title defense. All right, ready to go here at the Rock, the Prudential Center at Newark, New Jersey. Both athletes have graced the octagon. Let us now see who will have the upper hand in this critical matchup tonight. Our tale of the tape for this middleweight championship fight. All right, now for the particulars, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Conor, the natural And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending UFC undisputed middleweight champion of the world, Chris Conor.
The esteemed Mark Goddard, our referee for this one.
Come on, let's go.
Well, when you're a bad dude on the level of this man, a lot of people want to see a fight for the BMF title tonight. Though he's defending the ultimate prize, the undisputed world title.
And it's easy to get caught up in, oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, I can barely get my nose together. A huge early connection there.
It's about the punch, but it's also about the setup. That was a beautiful setup that allows him to land that strike.
Wow. These guys are absolutely getting after it. Huge shots landing on both sides. Oh, big left hand. Oh, flying knee to the head. Ohio gets touched again to the body. Nice punch.
He's got to try to get this fight to the ground.
Well, win or lose, Coach Thompson and this fighter out of Believe MMA are going to have a lot of questions to answer after the post-fight press conference about these tapes.
I got to be honest with you, footage and use it to benefit you. So I'm interested to see whether or not Coach knew and to which degree he knew and how long he knew. He just found out, I get it. But if he knew before and he just stayed by the side of this fighter, he's got a lot of questions. He's as dirty as the fighter that got the tape.
Unable to connect there. Well, he's mixing it up beautifully tonight, and there it is again. Nicely done as he kicks the thigh, and some redness now starting to develop.
Redness starting to show. His opponent needs to address this now before it gets so far down the line and he's playing catch-up. Oh, he dropped it. Oh, he's almost shut them down every time he hits him. Both of these gentlemen are putting it on the line. Oh, my God!
Just over to back to his feet.
Oh, my God! How about that fence stop?
Fight's over. That'll do it, and still. Yes, he did it. Your undisputed middleweight champion of the world.
Just absolutely amazing. So many said that this guy would struggle, but now he has proven time and time again that he is the best in the world.
All right, to make this title fight official, here's Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Goddard called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world,
remember being on the Australian Gold Coast in 2012, calling Robert Whittaker's UFC debut against Brad Scott. Won the Ultimate Fighter smashes that night. We knew we had something special on our hands. Perhaps we didn't realize we had maybe the most beloved fighter in Australian MMA history, the former champ Robert Whittaker.
And the guy that says yes to everything, right? We saw him fight Dracus du Plessis when Dracus needed a big fight. Didn't work out his way. So what does he do? He doubles down on it and takes on Alice Scarrow, another young fighter that needs a chance, but this time he knocks him out. Robert Whittaker has time and time again proven that he will take the toughest challenge every single time. But why wouldn't you when you possess this type of skill? He's A+ in every skill needed to fight inside the octagon.
The Reaper, Robert Whittaker, steps inside the octagon. He looks ready to go. All right, folks, here he is with a lot of support being showered upon him, making the walk for the BMF title fight here tonight. And I know you got a nice smile, champ, but if this ball existed, when you were in your dominating fought for this, it takes a special bet to get the nod from the UFC.
Absolutely. I mean, you live for moments and opportunities like this. Some of the greatest fighters in the history of the sport have worn that black belt. People love the BMF championship. For him to hold that, it would really add to his legacy. He intends to get it done.
All right, capacity crowd on hand inside the O2 Arena here in London. Both fighters, touchdown, ready to go with more live action from the O2. Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. We send it inside the octagon. The veteran voice is Bruce Buffalo.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! This fight is 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC BMF Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the former UFC middleweight champion of the world, Robert the Reaper Whittaker. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Chris Conor.
Third party Mark Goddard will handle the action for this one. All right, here we go. BMF title is on the line. Maybe doesn't have undisputed championship tension, but we got big things here for Chris Lomax.
Absolutely, just when you know that it's do or die, it's win this one or you never fight for the BMF title again. That. I mean, that was beautiful. Great job setting it up, getting the punch to the target, and hurting your opponent very early in the fight. Still fired back, even though he's hurt bad. That one landed clean.
These guys throwing early.
Ah, that jab hurt him. How many times can he just explode before he starts to fatigue himself? Because every time he goes, it's a massive explosion.
Oh, Whittaker closes the distance here, DC. Let's see if he can capitalize. Whittaker with that patented bounce in his step, trying to get inside with that jab.
People may believe that Whittaker likes to back up to explode, but that is only him trying to gauge the range and distance. He's such a great athlete.
Certain for certain, gotta make the adjustments for taking this.
Yeah, this is the time for him to shoot for a takedown. Hoping that his opponent gets excited, overthrows, he's able to level change and take him to the mat.
Under 2 minutes now to go in round one. He's in a world of trouble.
Oh, my goodness. What a performance. This guy seems to have cement in his hands.
Back to his feet. That'll do it. Chris will Matt Carter with a massive highlight tonight.
BMF. That's a BMF.
All right, with that, we now go inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Goddard has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 42 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout and now undisputed UFC BMF champion of the world, Chris Conor.
Tremendous performance by him to win the BMF title tonight. And when you get a chance